Well, hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm trying to do the premiere thing on YouTube, and it only seems to work if you're streaming directly YouTube. If you're streaming off of a third party like Restream, it doesn't give you the option to just start that stream up on YouTube. So, yeah, I'm trying some different stuff right now, and it's not working. Either that or I'm not smart enough to figure it out. But welcome in, everybody. Hello, Anna, over on YouTube. Jacol, welcome in on the Twitch side. Bavella, hello, hello. How's it all going today? We got some Long Dark. We got some 7 Days to Die today. Just so everybody kind of knows what's going on this week, I will not be streaming tomorrow because I have a eye appointment in the morning. I'm taking my mom to the doctor in the afternoon. A bunch of stuff going on tomorrow, so I probably will not be streaming tomorrow. If I do, it'll be super late in the evening. Friday will be just a short little stream. And then Saturday, I actually have Saturday completely off. So I'll probably stream a bunch on Saturday. Because Amazon's actually closed Saturday. So I don't even have an opportunity to go in and work on Saturday. So we will be streaming a bunch on Saturday as well. And then also, just to let you know, the 7 Days to Die is going to have a streamer weekend on the 13th, 14th, and 15th. So I'm trying to become part of that. We'll see if that happens or not. Regardless, the Gathering Storms update for 7 Days to Die is coming out very soon, which is going to be exciting. Hey!
Kind of heavy.
Oh my gosh.
Zagodler just subscribed.
Zagodler. Welcome on in. How you doing today? How's it going? Okay, so we are... Where are we? Oh, we're in the river, aren't we? We're in the river bend. Yeah, okay, yeah, we ended up here at the river bend area. Okay, well, let's head down this way. Welcome in. Thank you for the sub there on Twitch. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, Anna. Thanks for asking. Giz. I'll just call you Giz. That's easier for me. Now, there should be a few cattails down here. Yep. We need to get back to the farmhouse and check our rabbit traps, because I'm sure we have some rabbits at the farmhouse. Now, we did find out we can go ahead and try to go fishing. Do I have any rocks on me? Okay, I got some rocks on me. Good, good, good. Okay. We can try to go fishing because the big cat does not go to the pond, or he's not activated. He's not activated by us going to the fishing hut on the pond. I have never gone over to the pond with the big cat out there because I was afraid he'd just attack us. But we did try it, and he did not attack us, so... I hear a bear. I hear a bear. Nope, we're leaving. Bye. Bye-bye. Jack Pistachio, Rachel, welcome on in. John Grise, welcome in. Marley, hello, hello. You are on time, as a matter of fact. Yes, you are. Why, yes, you are, as a matter of fact. Hello, hello. As I was telling everybody, I will not be streaming tomorrow. We will be back on Friday for a shorter stream because I have a 10-hour shift on Friday. And then on Saturday, I actually don't work. So, Saturday, I'll be actually streaming most of the day. We'll see. Saturday, it's supposed to get really super hot here. So, we'll see how long this room stays cool with all the heat. With all the heat generated. I think Saturday, let's see. What's Saturday's temperatures looking like? Boop, 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 boop. Saturday's supposed to get up to 85. It's supposed to be the hottest day. Sunday's actually the hottest day at 90. But Saturday's supposed to get up to 85. Woo! That's some steam. That's some steamy tamales there. I was thinking there was more cattails along the riverbank here, though. Hey, Nuka Goblin, how you doing, buddy? Afternoon all, loved your modern art in TC. Wonder when you're going to make Junkman. Whoop! Ow! Jeez! Ow! Oh God! In TC, what's TC? Your modern art at TC. What is TC? Well, I've been trying to get back into it now that I've got my schedule kind of figured out, Jack Pistachio. I'm going to guess on the 80-day plus no long dark hat on. No, I'll wear the long dark hat. Why not? Why not? Ooh, there's a birch here. Nice. Oh well, we got a lot of birch now. The hat's actually really thin, so it doesn't really heat me up a whole lot, which is good. Hey, birch bark, nice. Is that another birch bark over here? I think I see another birch bark. There we go. Oh, there's another birch bark. 2 more birch barks. Nice. Oh, and Thompson's Crossing. Oh, okay. Okay, I gotcha. When am I gonna make Junkman? Well, I need to find some spray paint, I guess. Oh, but you're talking about my big art piece that I made at Thompson's Crossing. Yes. Where are you? I don't see what you are. No, don't run that way. I want you to run the way to the wolves. You jerk. You jerky jerk wolf, deer. You're supposed to run towards the wolves, sir. So I can get you and eat you. But hello, Anna. How you doing? Asmith Clark, hello. I need an air conditioner. Unfortunately, this room's so small. This room's on a 2nd floor, first of all. And the room's so small that the air conditioner would literally be sitting right next to me. And it would probably make so much noise you would hear a in the microphone the entire time. I'll be fine. It keeps the room nice and warm. Crashing issues on Nintendo Switch are fixed. 0 crashes the last 3 days. So nice to enjoy Long Dark again. Very nice, Asmith. That's awesome. But yeah, I do need air conditioner, Rachel. But I need to figure something out. Either that or just some small fans. Could I put it in another room and keep the doors open? Unfortunately, since I'm with my living arrangement right now, Rachel, I can't really leave the door open because I'm loud and it would carry through the entire house. And yeah, the newer AC units are pretty quiet. Yeah, I'm just thinking of getting maybe like a couple quiet fans. As long as I can keep the air moving in here, it wouldn't be bad. As long as I keep the air moving, it's not too bad. And by the way, I know for viewers coming in on the Twitch side, there are going to be pre-roll ads. I do not have any ads running on my channel right now, except for pre-rolls because I can't control that. Get an electric fan instead. Yeah, I'm thinking something like that. Yeah, I'm thinking something like that, Marley. I gotta start looking at them and see, because I mean summer is coming up and it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot, and although we have, central air or whatever you want to call it, it doesn't keep this room very cool when it gets going.
I might have to drop some gear.
Okay. Yeah, we got a bunch of birch on us. We do have a bunch of gear on us. We did find another pry bar, which was nice. We got a lot of stones on me right now too. We got 3. Wow, we got 3 flares and a blue flare. That's great. That is great, since we don't have any other way of protecting ourselves other than flares at the moment. Flares and torches. Let's craft up our birch bark. The 2 probably soaks up the sweat. It probably does. I'm gonna craft a few more mushrooms. We got a lot of mushrooms back at the farmhouse, so we're gonna craft a few more mushrooms up, and I'll even craft up another rose hip. Take a drink of water. I have a portable freestanding AC you can have for free, but shipping from KC to Oregon pretty steep. It probably is. It probably is pretty expensive to do that. Would be my guess. All right, let's eat down like 5 cattails. You have to try to, like, not eat a lot more cattails after this. Because cattails get very, 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 very scarce coming up soon. The only cattails we have in Coastal Highway, or that we will have in Coastal Highway, are the ones that are...
If I can drop any of this gear.
Are the ones that are up the river. Coastal Highway is where we're going to go next, Marley. Yeah, from here we're going to Coastal. We're going Coastal, which is kind of like going Postal, but it's going Coastal instead. Is that a deer or a wolf? That's a wolf, isn't it? Yeah, that's a wolf. I don't want to mess with him. Sit with your feet in a basin of cold water to regulate your temp. Yeah, that would probably work, Eugene, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. My feet, right around my feet are my 2 main computers. Something scares me and I jump and then there's water all over it. Yeah, exactly. And then there's water all over the computers and then I get electrocuted. That'd be, I mean, it'd be a great way to end the stream. It'd be very memorable. Everybody would be like, wow, that was quite the ending, but yeah. Most rooms in the northern U.S. are designed to keep the room warm and not cool most of the time. Yeah. You could buy a Greyhound ticket for it. It'd be cheaper. I'll get it figured out. I'll get it figured out. I just need to get a. Get some sort of fan or something. Just something to keep the air moving. It'd be water cooling for PC. Well, then it would be actual real water cooling for my PC. Then my computer would actually be water cooled. No, it would not be a great way to end the stream. I'd be like, ah! Of course, then though, I'd have to get in the like, subscribe, become a member. I'd have to get all the call, I'd have to get all the call outs, the call outs going on there. So. You'd cry in real life, Hannah. Well, I would cry too because it hurt a lot. Okay. Come on, rabbity traps. We need the rabbit traps to hit for us. We have to start hanging around here. I mean, we could go fishing. Fishing is a very viable option. The problem with the fishing place is that it's very far away from anywhere we can really sleep. And so we pretty much have to have enough wood there to carry us until we can go and move from that spot. So we'd have to take a lot of wood over to that fishing hut. Unlike like in Timberwolf Mountain, we could fish and then just go back and sleep in the cabin. the fishing hut here in Pleasant Valley, there's nowhere really around it. There's the cave that the bear lives in. But that's not really an option. I mean, it is. It's not a good option that I would like. Hey, Nordic Nio. Is it Nordic Nio? Nordic Nio with the raid. Thank you for the raid, Nordic Nio, with 6 viewers. I appreciate that very much. I hope you had a fantastic stream. Well, we were able to get there. We were able to get to the fishing hut with no problems. And go check out Nordic. Last playing some Long Dark as well. I need to get more. I need to get more rabbit traps. We don't have enough rabbit traps out, boys and girls. We need more rabbit traps. Rabbit carcass. Rabbit carcass.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Only got 4 rabbits. Ugh. Stream started really scuffed, but turned out really well after all. Very nice. Let me make sure I'm gonna give you a follow over there as well. There we go. I gave you a follow there, Nordic. Well, I'm glad it turned out good for you. I don't think we're going to get a. I don't think we're gonna get a Maglin's fire out here. I'm just guessing. If I had to guess, I'd guess no. Oh, we already have some rabbit meat here. Oh, look at us. Look at us already have rabbit meat here. That wasn't a big piece though. That's a little bigger piece. Only a couple hundred calories. Come on, give me a big piece. Yeah, there we go. 563 calories. Yum yum. Nice, nice, nice. And just a little 100-calorie piece there. All right, there we go. Let's get inside because we're cold. Okay. Oh, we even got some water here for ourselves. What a nice person. I actually like this little barn. This little when they added this outbuilding, it was really like, wow, that's kind of cool. I was very happy they added it, to be honest. Oh, that's a good plump rabbit right there. 1.3 kilos. That means we'll get about 1.5 kilos out of him. That is good news. Okay, we got that. Let's look at the other rabbits here. They're all pretty good size except for that one. That one rabbit's a little skinny. He'll probably have like 0.9 kilos on him. He's a little bit of a skinny boy. Yeah, see this one here, the 1.9 kilo. Oh, he had exactly 1 kilo on him. Nice. Nice. Honestly, Legend of Zelda games have always been solid on the Switch. That and Mario Party and Mario Kart. Yeah, well, and I think Marley, a lot of that has to do with those games are specifically made by Nintendo, and so they tailor their game, their console and their game to kind of go together. Games that have the that are made by a third party or whatever you want to call it are probably not as tailored for the Switch. So I would imagine the games that Nintendo makes themselves are probably really good on the Switch. But also, Nordic, thank you for bringing over your viewers. Hi to Nordic's viewers. I'm Atheenon. If you don't know who I am already, I play a bunch of Long Dark. We'll also be doing some 7 Days to Die today. Also, lately been playing playing through Expedition 33. I am trying to get through Marvel, the Marvel Midnight Suns game. Although that kind of took a backseat burner to Expedition 33 for a little bit. But we will get back to the Marvel Midnight Suns game here at some point as well. Maybe we'll do some of that this weekend because we'll have time. I used to stream a lot more, but I've not had as much time to stream lately because I took on a new job. So I've been kind of a little bit less streamy than I used to be. But we still pretty much stream on pretty much a daily basis. But the Long Dark is and has been my main streaming game for about the last 8 years. And since, what, February of about 2017? Currently have 7,000 plus hours in the Long Dark. I play it quite a bit. And I love the game. I mean, there's stuff that I've not liked about the game that they've done recently, but, you know, hey, that's okay. You know, there's always... the things that you love the most, there's always going to be things you don't like that they do, you know? But, you know, that's fine. It's you know, not... It doesn't make me hate the game, it just makes me sometimes dislike the things they do.
Well, Longard, hello. Yeah, I had a great start today. The game just would not be on the screen the way I wanted it to, and I was fuming. Oh my god.
Oh, that was Nordic. I was like, I left Nordic's tab open. I was like, what the heck is that? Who's talking in the background? There was Nordic right there, boys and girls. 32 minutes, 19 minutes. There we go. All right, I think we got a tea we can make. Yeah, let's make a birch bark tea, because why not? 5 minutes for my rabbity pies. Yum yum. Yeah, your voice was suddenly there as you were speaking to me from beyond the veil. All right, we got the rabbity pies. We got some rabbit carcasses. We'll take those outside and dump them off, because I don't like to have them on me. Alright. I do mainly Minecraft, but I also do weekly Long Dark, and currently doing Tales from the Far Territory for the first time. Oh, nice. Nice. Tales is tough, man. Tales is tough, especially since they added a cougar near the Bleak Inlet bunker. So yeah, Tales is pretty... Tales can be a little bit on the rough side there. All right, we got some rabbity meats here. Yum yum, yum yum. Yeah, we will eventually do Tails for this character as well. Once we've finished off all the zones in the regular game. We're going to be going to the Far Territory. We're going to do the zones in the Far Territory in order. We're going to do Airfield, then the not Sundered Pass, Zone of Contamination, and then Sundered Pass. But when we get Airfield done, we're actually going to leave Airfield real quick, jet back into Pleasant Valley, Hush River Valley, and Bleak Inlet, and get the bunkers done real quick. And then go back and finish up the quest, and then go to Sundered Pass, because then we can continue, or not Sundered Pass, go to Zone of Contamination, because then while we spend our 50 days in Zone of Contamination, we can continue to do the quest. Now, one other rule that I've put in, since the trader is now in the game, is that once we have done our 50 days in Coastal Highway and we move on from Coastal Highway, we can still take jobs from the trader, return to Coastal Highway, turn them in, and then leave back to the zone. Like, say we're staying in Mystery Lake for 50 days. We could do a job, we could take it to Coastal Highway, drop it off, and go back. It doesn't count. I mean, we still have to do 50 full days in Mystery Lake, but we can continue to do coastal. We can continue to do the trader stuff as we're in the other zones. So I'm going to allow myself to do that, because I sort of want to advance the trader along with us as well. And then eventually we'll get the trader's quest, and we'll be able to do the trader quest too. So yeah, we're gonna kind of give ourselves a little bit of a little. Oh, I got enough rosehip to do rosehip pies. Interesting. Let's do some rosehip pie. Why not? Yeah, we'll do a rosehip pie, because yeah, that's a thing. 44 minutes. We only got 14 minutes left on the fire. There we go. Now we got enough time. Might as well get some mushroom and stuff done. How much water? Oh, I don't have much water left. I don't have much water left. Yeah, well, and this hat has the it has the old maple leaf on the front, and then on the back, it's got a bear with little sticks around him. See, there's little sticks there and there with the bear. So it's double sided. It's kind of dirty. I need to get it washed. I need to wash it up. It's getting a little dirty. It's been well used. It's been well used at this point, you know. But yes, this was made for me by one of our viewers, Lynette Melody. She has a little site on Facebook called Gate City Yarns. Did I type that in wrong? There we go. There's her little spot, Gate City Yarns. And I know she's done stuff for other people in the past, but I don't know if she's doing stuff actively right now. Nice, we can now get potatoes and carrots from Trader. Yes, we can, which is really nice. That's why I'm going to allow myself to continue to do quests and stuff. Bears and sticks, the most essential resource in the game. Well, they are. They actually are the most essential resource in the game. I think we're just gonna rest here. All right, we got some pies. I mean, it's almost nighttime. We're really super tired. I could make some bannock to eat, but I think I'll hold off on that. We can make another prepper pie because we do have 2 burdock now. Atheenon, I found your stream from this challenge playlist on YouTube. Incredible. Hey, Playing One, how you doing? How's it going? Well, welcome on in. Welcome on in. I'm glad you found it. It's been fun so far. It's going to get. I mean, we you know, I know you're probably not caught up yet, but we did find a bedroll here in Pleasant Valley, which is great. I'm so thrilled that we found a bedroll here in Pleasant Valley, and then we were able to make ourselves the improvised down bedroll because we had already got a whole bunch of down ptarmigan down in Timberwolf Mountain. Woo! Bleak John with the 60 months, baby. Thank you, Bleak John, for the 60 months. I know it. 5 years. 5 years. And by the way, Playing One, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask. Oh, I didn't leave my I have my heavy hammer still on me. I brought that along with me. I didn't mean to do that. We should have left that at the crossroads. There's a bunch of stuff we should have left at the crossroads. That makes me sad. Let's drop the maples here. Oh, these are all cured. Nice. Cured. Okay, let's drop the birch here. We won't even take all this birch with us. Now, the stuff we leave behind, we can pick up once we've completed the entire challenge. So it's not like anything's ever going to go to waste, because we will be able to pick stuff up, you know, but anything we leave behind at this point is left behind. So we won't be able to utilize it if we leave it behind right now. And going from zone to zone, we can only carry what we can put in our backpack up to our maximum carry weight, which right now is 40. So like right now we couldn't zone to a new zone because we're at 42 kilos. Yeah, we're really tired. Let's just get our sleep. And yes, we do have permanent frostbite. I couldn't help. The first few days of the game were tough. We got frostbite like right off the bat. It was a tough road to hoe, or a tough hoe to row. Whichever way you want to take that. We're gonna eat our meats down before we. Now, one thing I think I might try to do is make a couple of fishing traps or fishing tip-ups, because if we do go fishing.
Need some water.
Shh. We have some rabbits over here. Oh, we've got a bunch of rabbits. Oh yeah. Oh, I'll give you guys night vision. Sorry, I'll give you night vision so you can see. I can see a little bit in the dark here, but I'll give you guys night vision because it is very dark out here. No rabbits on that side, though. Interesting.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much
Shh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Bunny breakfast, yeah, I know. Bunny, and fresh bunnies, too. Fresh bunny breakfast for us. The meat curing box? I could make the meat curing box. Yes, I know. I could make the meat curing box, but I think to make the meat curing box, don't I have to have a workbench built already? I have the toolbox, but I think I have to have the workbench built, don't I? For the what's it called? It's not, yeah, meat curing box. Yeah, I have to have the furniture workbench. And the furniture workbench takes 10 cedar. Now, can you take the meat cure... Once you get the meat curing box, Eugene, how much does that weigh? How does night vision work? It's an OBS filter.
Play and unjust subscribed.
Hey, Play and One! Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Very nice of you there. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you. Do Thomasine and 1 still stream Long Dark? You know, I really don't know if they do or not. I know Thomasina is very busy with real life stuff as well, but I don't know about One and Only. I don't know what One and Only is up to. I haven't seen him on in a while, but that may just be because my times have changed, and he may just stream at times I'm not on. The workbench is 11 pounds. Wow. Okay. And the meat curing box 22 pounds. Holy crap. Yeah, I think I'll hold off on making that right now. But yeah, I don't know if Thomasina 1's still stream Long Dark or not. I don't know if they even are still streaming. I don't know if they're even still streaming. Let's see. Let me go to here real quick. Let's see. One and Only. Oh, hold on. Oop. Sorry. I don't see any schedule for him or anything. The last video the One and Only last streamed 9 months ago. And Thomasina. I'm getting lots of and Thomasina last streamed 2 months ago. So as of right now, I would say no, neither of them are streaming at the moment. If that, so I'm sorry, mosquitoes. If that's a, I mean, it answers your question. It sucks though. Yeah. One's hasn't streamed for 9 months, and Thomasine hasn't streamed for 2 months. So I don't know. I don't know. You know, I don't know what's going on with either of them. I mean, Thomasina lives locally. I mean, I actually went and saw Thomasina in one of her in a play around here, which was kind of cool. And I actually got to meet Thomasina, which was pretty dang cool. It was kind of neat, kind of neat to meet her. So, really lovely young lady. So. Yum, 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 yum. There we go. But, you know, for a lot of people, you know, and I've run into this too, you know, streaming does take a toll on you after a while. So, I totally get it.
I'm not sure I can carry.
And, you know, real life takes place too. And you know, for a lot of people, streaming is something they do in their off time or their fun, you know, and that's sort of where I'm at now too. You know, I'm sort of doing streaming as a fun thing. It's not really my main thing any longer. So I totally get it. Yeah, like Zach Nefron as well. Yep. All right, so we got those rabbits. We do have some elegant rosehip pies, which is really cool. Those will give us a headache, though. Let's eat one anyway. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Look at that. Oh, that gave us a little bit of a headache. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, it's just with this dragging around. Yeah, for this challenge. Yeah, I can't be over encumbered when I leave the region, so I probably won't make the workbench or anything right now. Because it would majorly over encumber me. Alright, that's 4 big pieces of meat we got right here. Couple thousand calories right here. That's awesome news. We should check the rabbit counter. We're gonna check our days here pretty quick too. Let's check our days and check the rabbit counter, boys and girls. But yeah, basically night vision is an OBS setting where it just turns up the saturation and the gamma correction and everything, so that if I'm looking into the dark like this, I'm still seeing this right here. You guys though are seeing that right there. It basically just turns everything up. So it does make things a little greener, and then of course if I look at a flame, it's like really super bright. But it makes it so you guys can see in the dark a little bit. I mean, you know, it still doesn't let you see completely in the dark, but it at least gives you it gives you guys something to see on the screen, because I know, especially on small screens, how dark it can get. And then it's really hard to see stuff, so. I did get the technical backpack. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That sounds like a storm outside. So yeah, we got the technical backpack. We have well fed, so our max carry weight from zone to zone is 40 right now. We're a little bit over at the moment, but that's okay because we aren't leaving the zone. But when we leave the zone, we have to drop down to 40. See where our clothing's at. Okay, everything's pretty damn good. We've got a 22-degree warmth bonus now. The only thing we're really missing is the second pair of underwear, which at this point is going to be kind of hard to find one in good shape. We might find one in Coastal Highway, but my guess is at day 150, plus it's probably going to be ruined. I mean, we got the best outer layer coat we can get, the Mackinac jacket. And we got a great inner layer coat as well, with the ski jacket. If we could find a second Mackinac, it'd be great to give us an extra, like, half degree of warmth, but we've got the best 2 coats we could get. Made it to day 33 Misery. I still hate it. Yeah, Misery's not for me either, Nugget, Sammy. It's really not. I learned how to get the backpack here. Yeah, I mean, the backpack's a great thing, Azimuth. The backpack is a great thing to get. Actually, let's check our rabbit traps real quick. Oh, we got one that's broken. We got a broken trap. Broken trap. Trap down, trap down. I was gonna head to the house. We need to make some more rabbit traps because we need to get the rabbits like going. That's gonna be our main food source for the next how many ever days. Oh, I was gonna check days. We'll check the day count here in a minute. Once we get out of the blizzard here, which is the blizzard's a little loud for us, but hey, that's okay. Yeah, sometimes on YouTube all I see is black screen without the night vision. Well, and a lot of times, Kenneth, that's what I'm seeing, is it pretty much a black screen with a few little details here and there. Haven't died yet, but kind of wish I had. Now. Don't wish for death. We do have the outbuildings to go check out over there. And we have Three Strikes Homestead to go check out, too. Oh, and we do have a little bit of rabbit meat here. Nice. We got our toolbox on us. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, we did bring that salt up here. Oh, look, I have more water here, too. That's good. I do have a bunch of water on me. Let's leave a little more water here. There we go. That's all we have in here now. Excellent. Well, let's grab those out. Let's get our rose hips and our mushrooms out. There we go. Oh wow, so we're good even with all that stuff on us. Okay. Let's go downstairs. We'll break down a crate downstairs, and we'll make some more. Rabbit traps. Actually, do I have any metal on me? I don't think I have 2 feathers on me. Do I have my fish hooks on me as well? I do have my fish hooks too. If I want to make fish tip-ups, so I can make some more snares. Let's use our tool. We'll make like 3 more snares. Hey Faith, how you doing? Things are going good. The good old days of dog food in the doghouse. I know, I miss those days. I do miss those days. Break you down. I do have 2 feathers, so I should be able to make fish tip-ups. I think I just need the metal. Yep, I just need scrap metal because I got the sticks, I got the tackle, I got the cloth. I just need the scrap. I just need the scrap metal for it. Oh, I thought feathers were needed for that. Oh, I think that's for the lures, huh? Yeah, I think that's for the lures actually. Shh. You'd scrap that. Yeah, let's scrap that in an hour and a half. You always want to scrap the larger items. If I scrap the pail, I get only 1 piece of metal in 15 minutes, but it still takes 5% off of my hacksaw. So I don't want to do that. You want to use the best thing you can get. Have you attempted Dead World Challenge? No, I have no interest in that. Nope, I saw that. I was like, nope, that's not for me. That's not for me. No animals, no nothing. I'd be bored to tears. It is interesting, Sea Dune, but just not for me. It definitely looked interesting though, for sure. But I was like, yeah, no, probably not. Isn't that the one that Zach's doing? Or the one that he did? I will take you for the lumber. Interesting idea, though, for a challenge, that's for sure. By the way, one thing about the farmstead that's really nice, that's really super duper nice, is that even if you have cabin fever not going, or if you have cabin fever going, you can come out here and build a fire, break down all this wood around it, and even if you don't have a bedroll, you can build a snow shelter here and sleep by that fire, which is really super duper nice. Really super nice. Now, does Sea Dune, I'm curious, with the Dead World challenge, does do rabbit traps not work in Dead World? Or do they actually work still? Because I know rabbit traps are not dependent on the rabbits actually physically being there. Well, you can get eaten by the bear, BK. Shush! We aren't getting eaten by the bear. But I'm not sure with, like, Dead World if it actually prevents rabbit trapping or not. I don't know if he tried that or not. They don't work, only beachcombing? Gotcha. Been there, done a snow shelter there. And carcasses? Okay. So I guess for long-term survival, coastal highway is the way to go. Get that beach combing in, baby. Well, maybe, you know, that'd be an interesting one to think about for the future. I mean, we're going to be playing this for, like, the next... How long? I have no idea. We'll be playing this one for a while. Because 50 days in every zone, that's a lot of time, baby.
No power in the verse can stop me.
Hey, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate that very well. Excuse me. Thank you for the follow there. Who is that? Charizard. Thank you for the follow, Charizard. I appreciate that. Welcome on in. Hot take: the can of sardines is the most dangerous enemy in the game. It is. We call them murder fish. We call them murder fish. That's how dangerous they are. We joke about the murder fish all the time, but it's very dangerous. Hold on one second.
You're welcome to play a game with us this evening if you want.
Well, I'll be streaming till about...
Wonder if I can drop any.
I'll be streaming till about 8
Oh, okay.
or 9 tonight.
All right.
I'll be off... why do we call them murder fish, Charizard? Because Kansas sardines are just like meat. Any meat product, any meat that is under 75% can give you a possibility of food poisoning. Sardines are exactly the same. If sardines are below 75%, they can possibly give you food poisoning before cooking 5, of course. And it never seems like they will until it's like the first couple days of the game. You find a tin of sardines that's like 70%, and you're like, let's give it a try. See what happens. And you eat it, and you get food poisoning, and you have no teas and no antibiotics to protect yourself. That's how it always goes. It always hits at the worst possible time. Now if you have antibiotics or whatever, and it's later in the game, you can eat like 30% sardines, and it usually never gives you food poisoning, because that's just how the game works, you know. It always seems to be early game that it does it. Yeah, when you don't want food poisoning, when you want food poisoning from the sardines, that's when you don't get it. It's like the game knows what you're doing. The game knows. Oh yeah, we need to check what day we're on and see how many rabbits we've trapped too. Eating sardines are deadly in real life.
Carry much more.
Look at all these rabbit carcasses we have out here. I'm just going to leave that meat out here for right now. Why trap rabbits? Because that's the only way to get food right now. We are, let's see, so what day are we on right now? Let's check our day. We got 50 days that we need to spend in the zone. We've spent 18 in the zone so far. So we need to spend another 32 days in this zone. We got our 50 days in Ash Canyon where we started. We got our 50 days in Timberwolf Mountain. That's just the challenge we're doing. It's 50 days in each zone. Raph's sitting in Hinterland HQ pushing buttons for his entertainment. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Is 50 days in each zone, and which makes the beginning of this really tough. Let's see. So far we've trapped 179 rabbits on this run. Yeah, 25 is too easy. 100 is too boring. That's a good way of looking at it. Yeah, Faith. That's a good way of looking at it. We tried 25 days. It just wasn't. It was just too easy to do 25 days. We did it. We actually lived in Pleasant Valley. We did a 100-day challenge in Pleasant Valley, and we were able to do it. It just got really boring towards the end. There was nothing to do. Nothing to do. Trapping will cease once he gets a bow. Well, yeah, once I get a bow, the game will change a lot. But we aren't going to get a bow till after day 200 because we right now we have to go progressively zone by zone. We went Ash Canyon, Timberwolf Mountain, then we went to Pleasant Valley. Next we're going to go Coastal Highway, then we're going to go to Desolation Point. The transition zones, Crumbling Highway, Ravine, Winding River, Keeper's Pass north and south, those don't count. We can move through those. We can't live in them, but we can move through them, loot them, and then move on to the next zone. So, and we aren't going to be able to forge until we get to Desolation Point. Because we got to go through all these zones. So that's 50, 100, 150, 200 days, and then we'll be on to Desolation Point on day 201. And that's when we'll forge. That's when we'll get our arrows. That's when we'll get our bow. That's when we'll get our knife and our hatchet. We'll be fully geared up at that point. And then we can start getting animals. Yes, and we can't be unburdened when we leave the zone. Or overburdened. We can carry... We basically can carry what our max carry weight, which right now is 40. We can carry our max carry weight from zone to zone. So we have to make decisions. And anything we leave behind, we cannot pick up when we come back through a zone. So say we leave a bunch of stuff behind in Coastal Highway at the garage, per se. Then, once we go back through Coastal Highway on our way to Black Rock, we can't pick anything up there. Now, once we've done our 50 days in Desolation Point, we can then choose to either go to Mystery Lake or Black Rock, but we have to travel through these zones to get to them. But we can't pick anything else up along the way. And probably we'll go do Black Rock just because we'll have our bow and arrow. After we get our bow and arrow, I can sleep and I can pick up sticks and I can hunt in zones that we've already been in, but I can't do anything else in them. I can't pick up any gear or anything like that. Yeah, as long as they aren't sticks that I dropped, that's true. If they're sticks that I dropped, I can't pick those back up. I have an idea. When you reach Coastal, you'll be able to honeycombing for arrows because they haven't been dropped. Able to beachcomb for arrows. Well, unfortunately, playing on Interloper, there is no beachcombing for arrows. Maybe arrowheads. I don't know if do arrowheads show up on beachcombing? I don't know. But yeah, the loot is very limited on Interloper. You can't get. There's certain things that you just cannot get. Period. Okay, so we got that. I do have a couple pieces of metal. Let's go ahead and repair our toolkit with our toolkit. We're repairing a toolkit with a toolkit. Because that's how you do things. And let's repair our lantern, because... Oh, we'll refill the lantern first. There we go. And then we'll repair the lantern, because why not? Oh, I do have some bursts to drop. Yes, I do. I'll give you guys night vision. It's a little dark in here. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and just get into regular. And let's drink. But even if we were able to find arrows in Coastal Highway, we still wouldn't have a bow. So it's potato. I could throw the arrows at wolves. It just wouldn't matter. It just wouldn't matter. 118 days, boys and girls. 14 hours and 11 minutes. Is that another storm outside? Is that... That sounds like a storm outside. Okay, it sounds like the storm went away. Thank goodness. All right, let's go ahead and get a little food in us. Question: do you have the DLC? Yes, we do have the. Yes, I do have the DLC. We will be going into the new zones after we get done with this. That's the one variant we're going to do now with the new zones and the quests from the new zones. We will allow ourselves to come back and do the quest once we have once we've unlocked it in Forsaken Airfield. We'll quickly come back into Pleasant Valley, into Bleak Inlet, and into Hush River Valley, unlock the bunkers, and then move on from there. Because that way we can, once we go to Zone of Contamination, do our 50 days there, we will be able to actually do the quest while we're in Zone of Contamination, which will help out a bunch. Too bad you can't find a bow in Coastal on Interloper. Yeah. No bows or weapons on Interloper that we can find. Why have you screwed yourself? You're doomed because you have no weapons. The Cougar's out now. Yeah, but the Cougar doesn't do anything to you, so it doesn't matter. As long as we stay away from the Cougar area, it won't matter. So we were kind of close to him in one spot, but we just left. Yeah, the Cougar works different. The Cougar's just, yeah. Don't get me started. The Cougar was like one of the biggest kerfuffles they've made in a long time. And now he's just kind of he's a glitchy mess. They need to work on him, but I don't know if they're going to or not, which makes me kind of sad. I was hoping they would work on the Cougar and make him better, but I doubt they're going to at this point. I think we got, just like the Timberwolves, just like the buggy weird Timberwolves, we're stuck with a buggy weird Cougar now. Oh, there's the bear. I thought I heard the bear. There's the bear way over there by the fence. You can see him on the far left side of the screen. Oh, now you can't see him. He's over on the road. Yeah, but I want to, Eugene. That's the thing. I want to do it. Quick tip: I want to do this challenge on Pilgrim, but only use the bow. What place should I start at? Desolation Point. In Desolation Point, especially on Pilgrim, you can do. So if you start on Desolation Point, you can get a free bow up at Katie's Secluded Corner. So you'd be able to get a free bow pretty quick. Now arrows, I guess you could beachcomb on Desolation Point, but I'd say Desolation Point is probably your best bet for the bow. Now if you're looking for arrows, Pleasant Valley is your best bet for the arrows, because at the barn there's a whole bunch of arrows out on the target. So I stopped playing with Cougar in my games after watching you slay one with a bow, and I've dead to 7. I was using the gun. Yeah, Marius, the Cougar, for the couple of items you get, yeah, I mean, the Cougar hide wrap is nice for the warmth and stuff, but see, the way I look at Interloper is that the extra warmth I get out of the Cougar hide wrap ultimately doesn't matter. It ultimately will not change my game at all, because it doesn't get you to a point where your temperature, Where the outdoor temperature, see right now the outdoor temperature right now, just the temperature, not with wind chill. Cougar knife's good for struggles, but yeah, I mean, but so what? The hatchet's just as good, and I don't get in struggles very often. See, right now it's negative 36. That's pretty normal. That's pretty normal. Around mid 30s, mid negative 30s is pretty normal, just regular air temperature with no wind chill on Interloper. And there's no way you can get 36 degrees, period, on Interloper with, even if you have double bearskin coats, you have double insulation, have the cougar hide wrap, have double underwear, you know, all the stuff, the deerskin and combat pants. You can't get to that level anyway. So you're now just not as cold as you were before. And you have to kill a cougar to get the damn thing. And the cougar just, he's such a pain in the ass to deal with, and he doesn't even give you that much meat. He's like a fat wolf. He doesn't even give you very much meat, which kind of sucks. Makes me sad. But yeah, the claw knife is probably the better of the two things you can get, but honestly, I don't really, you know, the claw knife again doesn't really matter to me a whole lot. Yeah, on Loper, you just have to accept you're going to get cold. You're going to get cold on Interloper no matter what you do. All right, we still have 19, 20, 31. We have 31 matches still. I don't know. I think I'm just going to leave the... I don't think I'm going to cook the rabbit meat up right now. I'm not going to do it. We're going to save on our matches a little bit. I do want to travel back over to Thompson's Crossing, although we have no food at Thompson's Crossing. So what we need to do is we need to take over some rabbit traps. I am going to eat my rabbit pie.
Find some place to escape.
Shh. Oh, Jesus Christ. I heard him too. I was like, there's something around here.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I mean, the different clothing they have now is kind of cool and everything. It's just like they still in my mind have not got better than double bearskin coats. And the rabbit hat's super easy. The rabbit hat is a good hat, and I mean, if you can get the aviator cap, I would rather wear that than the rabbit hat. But the rabbit hat and rabbit gloves are super easy to maintain. The rabbits are everywhere. And if you can get the aviator cap, that's even better, because it takes leather to repair, and leather's pretty easy to get. Oh, wow. Could wait a second. Hold up. Oh, snap-a-doodle day. Yeah, let's just get a free fire going. I was like, wait a second. It looks like it's Maglin's time. Maglin's weather in Pleasant Valley. What do you know? Shh. We're crouching. The bear doesn't know we're here. The bear doesn't know we're here. Just shh. Free fire, hoo-ha-ha. We'll eat the little baby. Wait a second. Did I just say we'll eat the little baby? We'll eat a baby. That sounds real good. Put our pot down. Let's get a mushroom tea going. Yeah, we can do 2 mushroom teas here real quick. Oh, I can't do any more because I probably don't have any water on me, do I? Yeah, I've got no water on me. I got no water to hold me down. It gets in me belly. You know what we should do while we're just sitting here doing nothing else? Is just go check our rabbit traps. Nope, no rabbits in the rabbit traps. I am going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna move you over here. I'm gonna take 4 rabbit traps over to Thompson's Crossing with us because why not? And then let's cook up 1 more mushroom tea. And then we're going to drink that down to a little bitty bite. There we go. That'll warm us up while we're walking.
Too much stuff to carry.
Shh. You're fine. Yeah, no eating babies. I know it's rude. It's very rude. Just going to grab as many torches as we can from the fire, because why not? They're torches. They'll turn into sticks eventually. Alrighty, let's go. Time to move, baby. We can always come back here and get more rabbits off those traps if we want to. But for right now, I want to get to Thompson's Crossing, drop our stuff off. We still need to go to that side of the zone and go down the river and to 3 strikes home, or yeah, 3 strikes and that sort of stuff. So Heartbreak Bridge, baby. Heartbreak Bridge. It's a heartbreak. I always have a heartbreak here. It breaks my heart. I will have to go back and get the birch anyway. That is true. You know, Pleasant Valley is still tough. I'm not going to say Pleasant Valley is not tough. Pleasant Valley is still a tough zone. It's just not as bad as it used to be. I personally have always liked Pleasant Valley myself. But that's just me. I know Hadrian hates Pleasant Valley. Hadrian is not a Pleasant Valley enjoyer. It's not his bag, baby, yeah. But I've always liked Pleasant Valley. I like its openness, it's big, but at the same time, it's like got structures and stuff you can ditch into. You know, and now that they've added Thompson's Crossing, that kind of changed the game too. Because the structures definitely changed. The Thompson's Crossing in that definitely changed a bunch. No, don't run up here. Look at all that. Look at all them wolves. Look at all them guys. Now, if we could drag some wolves over to these guys, that would be fantastic. I probably should have brought some meat along. Then I could sucker the wolves into coming over here and help me out with some deer. Oh, that's funny. Those guys are all taking off out the fence. Interesting. It definitely... One thing I do like about the new animals is that the... it used to be that most of the animals rubber banded after a while, and I think they still do. I think they just increased the range they rubber band at. Because it used to be, especially with like deer and wolves... There'd be a point where they would hit, and it's like almost like they would hit a wall, and then they just turn around and come back, even though there was nothing stopping them. So it's kind of cool how they they changed the animal behavior in a way. Our warm-up has expired. We're no longer warming up, boys and girls. No longer are we warming up. Boo. Oh, there you are. Where were you when I had those deer on the run? Deer on the run. Actually, you know what? Let's go just map this real quick. I kind of want to map this. Let's throw you down there. I'm trying to like get a. Oh, there we go. We can light it off of it. Nice. There we go. Wow, that worked perfect. I'm trying to get a nice sense of where the cougar is on the map. See, there's Pensive Pond right there, and then the picnic area is right there. He's kind of like right there, right there. Hey, Technique, how you doing? What's up? How's it going? Oh, it's only 1 arrow down temps right now. It's -4. See, even in the evening with the good clothing. Now, if we had double bearskin coats, we would actually be warm at this exact moment in time outside with our torch lit. Because you got to remember, the torch takes it from being -7 to -4. If I throw this torch away, we're now at -8. Because it's like right on the border of 7 and 8 would be my guess. We pick the torch up and we go back down to -4. The torch, lantern, flares, they all give you a 3-degree warmth bonus, which is pretty cool. Pleasant Valley definitely has pluses and minuses to it, for sure. For sure. I think it has more positives than negatives myself, but now with the cougar over there, that's a huge negative. Now, there is a deer right here that we could harvest. I think we might actually do that real quick. Might actually do that. Let's see if we can get this deer. Oh, gonna stretch it too. Ooh, that felt good. Don't forget on the YouTube side, boys and girls, hit that like button. Smash the like button. Leave a comment. Leave a comment, you know. All that good stuff. Subscribe. Don't get caught with your pants down. Never take any wooden nickels. Let's see what other stuff can you do. Yeah, that's about it. Let's just build a fire right here. Bimpity bam, boom, there we go. We'll use our piece of coal on this fire too. Get it nice and warmed up real quick. Actually, I don't even know if we need to use the piece of coal on the fire. I don't think we do, because it's pretty warm out already. Well, pretty warm being a relative term. If we use a couple reclaimed wood, that's 6 degrees, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should get us warm. Right now, yeah, we're -0, +0, 1. There we go. Perfect. Oh, 1.7 kilos of meat. Hells yeah. That's a fatty boy right there. Fatty boom batty, baby. All right, let's go ahead and just drop those in here. 31.39. Ooh, what's this? Hey, look at you. More feathers. Nice. Don't forget the moose head when you... I am not taking the moose head. No, Eugene, stop it. Stop it. I'm not taking the moose head. There is no Moose Man challenge, okay? I know you are trying to will a Moose Man challenge into being, but there is no Moose Man challenge. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, my friend. Alright, let's take the guts. So it's 56 or 42. We can repair the hacksaw now, so I'm not too worried about it. Hacksaw repair is pretty easy. All right, let's grab a torch. Wow, this guy's just spitting out. That guy's just a feather factory. He's spitting out feathers like there's no tomorrow. Spitting out feathers like I owe him money or something. But we are not picking up the moose head, okay? Jeez. You and your moose head obsession. I think actually there's a rabbit area right over south of town, or east of town, I guess it would be. There's a rabbit area right over there we could put some rabbit traps. The other rabbit area is over there by the cave. The unfortunate part about that is the bear wanders a lot over there. Skylight, you think I should pick up the moose head? No. No. It's 5 kilos. I'm not carrying 5 kilos of moose head into the next zone. I'm not gonna do it. It ain't gonna happen. Hey, there's a deer right there. Can we get a wolf to come over here, maybe? Doggies. Doggos. Here, Wolfie boy, I got meat and guts on me. Damn it. The Mighty Moose Man Master Challenge. I don't think so. Hey, Legend Game Breakers, how you doing? Hello, hello. Now, one thing, too, about the being a 50-day challenge in each zone, right now, since we don't have any weapons, the 50-day challenge kind of settles, especially in the last, like, 20, 30 days, the 50-day challenge kind of settles into a pattern of rabbit trapping, maybe chasing some deer into wolves to get some meat, that sort of stuff. It sort of settles into a pattern like that. The thing is, though, once we get a weapon, the 50 days will be a lot... it'll pass a lot quicker in the zones because we'll be doing a lot of harvesting, we'll be doing a lot of hunting and that sort of stuff. Where can you find a heavy hammer in Desolation Point? Oh, I don't know if you can. I know on Interloper you can't. You might be able to find one on Pilgrim, though. You might check the cave. The cave that has the wolf in it. Just make sure you take a torch in there so you don't get, don't get ganked. No, go, no, go away. So I want to drop my meat, my fat, go inside, go ahead inside, get the guts down.
Might have to drop some gear.
So yeah, I'm not sure if it does or not. I don't know. Oh, there's our statue. There's our statue with our head on top. Dun, 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 dun. See, look at our wonderful art piece that we made. We made a beautiful art piece right there. Pure deer hide. That is a beautiful work of art. Beautiful work of art. I do stream on YouTube at the same time, actually. Yes. We got lots of fuel in here too, which is nice. Got all of our little. This is where we got all our stuffs. I do have a couple of fresh guts, and I got a fresh deer hide. We'll put those on the wall here in a minute. Let's go ahead and put our cured guts and hides in there. Put our feathers. We have 114 feathers now. I think we have enough feathers. We'll put all of our we do actually have enough to make a we could actually make another prepper's pie if we wanted to, because we have the burdock root to do it. We do have the burdock root to do it, so we could make another one if we really wanted to. I'm going to put a few of the birch bark teas in here as well for right now. I'll keep those on me. Just seeing what we don't need on us at the moment. I'm gonna keep the oil and flour because it doesn't weigh very much. I think I'll stockpile my cattails. We'll keep those on us. Let's go ahead and put a couple of those in there. Put a big thing of oil in there. Put our good pry bar in there. Put our toolkit in there. Put the heavy hammer in there for the moment. 114, that's exactly 38 arrows. He'll be archery 4 in no time, maybe by books alone. Well, right now we're at archery. Where are we at on archery right now? Archery, we got to level 2 right now. So we just need to find more books to read. Yeah, you could find the heavy hammer in Hibernia. It would possibly in Hibernia, if you're looking for a heavy hammer, I would look downstairs on the shelves, down where the fire barrel is.
No power
That would probably be
in the
what you
verse
want
can
to
stop
find.
me.
Hey, thank you for the follow there, Just Dog. Almost level 3 mending. Yeah, we almost have level 3 mending. We got level 5 carcass harvesting and cooking. Fire starting is almost a third of the way through level 4. This is one of the reasons I do not take the fire starting perk. Because if we had taken the fire starting perk, at this point it basically doesn't mean anything. If the fire starting perk automatically gave you fire starting 5, then it would be worth it. But it gives you fire starting 3. And now that we're at 4, that perk would be wasted, especially on Interloper where you only get 2 perks. Now, the fire starting perk for certain challenges can be very helpful. So I'm not saying it's a useless perk, but for just a general Interloper file, I find the fire starting perk to be kind of useless. Because because there's a point where you get no benefit from it any longer. And on Interloper, you want to always get a benefit from whatever perk you're using. Like Cold Fusion, you always get a perk for Cold Fusion. You get 2 degrees warmth, period, forever. Doesn't matter, forever. The Settled Mind perk, which we took this time, you never have to worry about cabin fever. And your books all read at 20% faster. Forever. The other perk that I take, the one that I like to take usually is Snow Walker, because your stamina bar always recharges faster. How do you get Cold Fusion again? Cold Fusion, you have to spend 100 days outside to get that perk. Now the book perk is kind of worthless. It's pretty much worthless. The efficient machine perk is really nice if you are just starting to get into Interloper and you're having trouble with food. It can help a lot. The Fire Master perk, like I said, if it gave you fire at level 5, it would be totally awesome. But at level 3, it's gonna go away after a while. Free Runner, it's kind of nice, but it only works when you're sprinting. Snow Walker is always good. Gives you 20% recharge on your stamina bar. Period. The Rabbit perk is, I don't think that necessary. I have no problem catching rabbits. As you've seen in this challenge, we've got lots of rabbits. Straight to the Heart, I guess if you have perks available, it's not a bad one to take. I don't find it to be that useful. Blizzard Walker, speed reduction for walking into wind. I tried it once and it didn't seem to make a whole lot of difference. Dark Walker, less fatigued at night but more fatigued during the day. That's a great one if you're doing a all-night challenge. The problem I ran into with Dark Walker, here's the problem I ran into with Dark Walker, is that it made it so I didn't get very tired as quickly, and so I couldn't sleep a full 10 hours and get my health back. So that was the only problem with it. How long into a Stalker run would you suggest a novice player start killing wolves and bears? I'm starting to think it's much safer just to loot the map than only hunt animals outside of rabbits and deer when it becomes necessary. You're right. Just Dog, you're right. I would, wolves are one of those things where I would try to kill them if they come at you. But yeah, no, I think you're right. It is much, but that's how you play Interloper is you have to avoid wolves and bears early in the game until you get a bow. I would suggest if you're playing Stalker, I would suggest using the guns you find as you know, when you need to. Use the guns that you find to help your survival along. But I would try to transition out of using the guns as soon as you can and start using bows and arrows as well. Kind of because if you ever want to play on Interloper, you're only going to have the bow available. So it's kind of nice to get used to it on Stalker, where you where you're going to have a little easier time hitting animals with it and stuff. And the animals don't have as much health, and they aren't as nasty if you miss. So I would definitely try to transition off of the gun as soon as possible, if you can. All right, we got everything. We got everything there. Let's put the deer hide up over the window here. Take that. We'll grab our cured maple and birch. Oh, thanks, Just Dog. But yeah, I would definitely encourage you to my biggest regret is when I moved to Interloper, I did not have a lot of practice with the bow. And so the bow felt very cumbersome and very awkward. And I would highly recommend getting comfortable with the bow before you go into Interloper. Your life will be a lot easier. I made my life very unintentionally difficult when I moved to Interloper by not being proficient with the bow. And I would even go as far as to say, Just Dog, that when you're in Stalker, try to do a couple of forge runs. Try to do a forge run to Forlorn Muskeg a couple of times. Make some arrows, make a knife, make a hatchet. Just to kind of see what it takes to do it. Because when you get to Interloper, that's the only way you're going to get a knife, a hatchet, a bow and arrow, that sort of stuff. So that's the only way you're going to do it, is by doing a forge run. And there's arguments to be said for doing early forge runs and doing late forge runs. Personally, the more adept you get at playing Interloper, you'll delay your forge runs because you just want to run around the world and loot stuff because it's fun. So you'll definitely do looting at a different, or a forge run at a different stage on a Interloper run as you get more advanced with it, Interloper, and get more comfortable with it. So, but I definitely recommend doing it on Stalker. Stalker is a great jumping off point because the skill gap between Stalker and Interloper is huge. That means the bear's around. That means the bear's around here somewhere. Yeah, the skill gap between Voyager and Stalker is kind of large. I've always said that, if you take Pilgrim and you say Pilgrim is a level 1, and then Voyager is like stepping up to level 3, and then going to Stalker is like stepping up to level 8, and then stepping up to Interloper is like level 20, and then going to Misery mode is like level 50. It's that big of a gap in the game, in gameplay. So I definitely, if you can hang in Stalker for a while and learn some of the bow skills, do a forge run here or there, you'll come out the better for it for sure. And when you install mods, goes to level 100. Yes, yeah, and then there's mods you can install in the game as well. And then it even goes up higher. I thought there was a rabbit area over here. Maybe I'm wrong. I could have sworn there was rabbit sauce over here. Maybe I'm just incorrect. Maybe I'm just incorrect. All right, take care, Anna. Have a good night. Get a good night's sleep. But I would definitely say, Just Dog, you're on the right path. I am a very nomadic player in Long Dark. I don't camp anywhere really. I mean, this challenge is like the most camping I ever do in the game because it just I like to move around and get my loots as quick as I can. Especially since when you spawn into the game, everything in every zone starts deteriorating at that point. So you only have a certain amount of time before, you know, you're going to not be able to get good loot. Or not be able to get loot that's not already decayed. I don't see the bear. I heard the bear. I don't see him. If you use my Survivor Knowledge mod with the base settings, I said it makes Interloper basically impossible. Not balanced around that at all. But I like the challenge it adds to lower difficulties. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I don't really play Long Dark with any mods. I'm not a big modder anyway. If there's a mod launcher that will install the stuff for me and make it work, that's great. If I have to do any sort of programming or changing of files, no. This is not gonna happen. But yeah, if there's a mod launcher, I sometimes will mess with that stuff. Every time I've tried to do something mod-wise on my own, though, I've always broken everything. So I just go, no, I'm good. I'm good. But definitely, you know, Just Dog, learn the maps. Map knowledge is the biggest key you'll have. Yeah, and learning the maps is something where you just have to wander around them for a while. You have to wander around the maps, kind of, you know, bump into stuff, figure things out. It can be... Learning the maps can be very painful, but it also is very rewarding. Oh, I like. Let's add to the structure. We're gonna add to it. We're gonna add to the sculpture now. Okay. Can I get the Can I put the bucket up on top of it? Let's see if we can get the bucket up there. I don't know if we can put the bucket up on it or not. I can't put the bucket on the chair. Put the bucket right there. If I take the chair off, see the chair's the thing that's kind of stopping everything. So I put the bucket there. The chair doesn't really go with anything. I think that's the problem. Can I get some plates up on the chair? Can I get plates on the bucket? Can I do plates on the... Oh, wait a second. Can I do plates on the bucket? Oh, no, the bucket's a hollow thing. The bucket doesn't work. The bucket doesn't work, boys and girls. I thought the bucket would work, but it doesn't. It doesn't work. So we'll have to try something else. Caught by my own sculpture. The only thing you need to do file-wise is point to your Long Dark Steam directory. Yeah, see that's the thing right there for. Those words right there have no meaning to me. It's the only thing you need to do. I literally have no idea how to do that. I would need a tutorial to find my Long Dark Steam directory. That's how like retarded I am with that stuff. Is I would need a tutorial to find that. It's just not something I ever learned how to do. It's not something I know how to do. Yeah, I'm not savvy in that area. I'm just not savvy. So, can I put the chair? No, I can't put the. I was thinking, can I put the chair? I can't put the chair back there, but I don't really want the chair on it anymore. I like the chair down there. Bucket here. Let's put our bucket over here. That's something we can pee in at night. All right, so we added a little bit to the structure. Let's move it back over here. This is where it belongs. There we go. Look at our beautiful sculpture. Need coal. We need coal in the bucket. I don't think I can put coal in the bucket. No, I can't. I can't. I wish I could. It's our pee bucket though. It's where we pee. I mean that is a pretty dang cool structure. Let's look at it by the light. Let's get a little light on that sucker. Look at that beautiful thing. Look at that beautiful thing. You know, one thing we could probably do. Can I put my wolf figure on it? If I take the plate and the spoon off of there. There we go. Ow! I can't put the spoon back. Actually, could I put the spoon? Oh, oh, wait a second. Hold on. I've never tried this before. Can I put the spoon there? Can I take the plate? Oh, I have to put it on the spoon doesn't hold anything. Oh, that sucks. I was thinking maybe I could get an offshoot. Actually, let's try something here. Let's try something. Let's give something a try. Boink. Let's grab a cup. Give something a try. I do have a pot to piss in. Nah, see, it won't work. It won't work, unfortunately. Put the cup there, but yeah, the spoon does not provide any support. Broom trick the plate. Yeah, but I want to be able to stack stuff on it. And I can't stack anything else on it, unfortunately. That makes me sad. The state of the game. Sculpture name is the state of the game. Oh, Rachel. What a hot mess. That's the first thing I thought of is hot mess. It's a hot mess. Oh, we gotta wake up in the middle of the night and find our pee bucket now. Where's my pee bucket? There's my pee bucket. Okay, good. Now we can go back to bed again. But I do need to drink some water. I don't have much water on me though. So what we'll do is we'll drink down a little water and then we'll go in here. We'll drink that tea just a little bit. There we go. Let's find a big tea. Oh. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to drink that tea. Drink it right to about there. There we go. And the reason I'm doing this, for those of you who don't know, the reason I'm drinking these teas down to little bitty bites is that I get the food and water out of them now. And the way the teas work, the mushroom and the rosehip tea, you get the medicinal benefit when you finish the tea. I'll wait till Atreyu's people get in here. Hey, how's it going, Atreyu? Thank you for the raid. Holy mackerel. Holy macaroli.
Stop me.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow there as well. Blaze, how you doing? How's it going? Thank you for giving Atreyu a shout out. Everybody go give Atreyu a follow. Sorry for the raiders coming in. I have turned ads off on the channel, so people who are not subs will be getting usually a pre-roll ad when they come into the channel. It just is what it is, unfortunately. But there's no ads for you while you're watching the channel, so it's a trade-off. It's one of them trade-off things, you know what I'm saying? Stooley with a 68-month resub. Gazillionaire, how you doing? Thank you for that 68 there, Stooley. I appreciate that very much, my man. Thank you very much for the 68 months. Saying what? What was that?
Just resubscribed for 68 months. I once forgot my pee bucket. My boss yelled at me. "You're an idiot," he said. Very hurtful.
You're an idiot. Heyo! So I was explaining why I'm doing what I do to the teas. So you see, you have the teas that are 0.1 and you have these ones that are 0.01. So the ways teas work is the reishi mushroom and the rosehip teas. The medicinal benefit comes when you finish the tea. So early in the game, you can drink the tea, get the calories, get some water from it, and then you can save the little tiny bit for later on as a medicinal benefit tea. Now, birch bark, coffee and the herbal teas, those work the other way. The more of it you drink, the more benefit you get. So you want to drink the whole tea if you can, because you get a benefit for the whole thing. Coffee, of course, gives you back stamina. Herbal tea gives you 6 hours of better rest. The birch bark tea gives you 2 hours of health regen, and you'll get back 6% health in 2 hours. Now, a funny little trick is that if you get food poisoning and you want to get health back while you have food poisoning and you're sleeping, birch bark teas actually override food. Because if you have food poisoning and you take a reishi tea or an antibiotic to cure it, you'll not lose any health, but you'll not gain any back unless you drink birch bark teas as well. The birch bark tea allows you to get that 6% back every 2 hours while you're sleeping. So in theory, you could drink a mushroom tea, which cures which gives you the curative property, so you get over food poisoning. You drink a birch bark tea, sleep for 2 hours, get up, drink another birch bark tea, sleep for 2 hours, get up, drink another birch bark tea, and you can do that, and you could get back basically 30% health while you sleep with food poisoning if you sleep every 2 hours, get up, drink a tea. So you could get all your health back if you needed to while you're sleeping. I don't know if they'll change that down the road, but right now that's the way it works. So it's a nice little workaround on food poisoning. And of course, if you have full health, you can food poison yourself just to spend time, just to get time moving on. Because one benefit of sleeping is you use the least amount of food and water while you're sleeping. So you want to sleep if you're trying to pass time. You want to sleep if you can. All right, so we got those there. That's the reishi. There's the rose hip. Okay, so I got one big rose hip tea. We do have a permanent frostbite that I got on the first day. But yeah, good old tiny teas. We call them the TTs. Let's go over and try to put our rabbit traps out. I don't know. Can I get a Magdalene's fire started? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So we're going to do that. I live in the UK. We still have outhouses for toilets. Not that far back in time, people used to relieve themselves in a chamber pot. Yep. And very, very well-to-do people would have servants that would take their chamber pot out for them. I don't know if the torch is going to last out here in the wind or not, but we'll see. Well, it is right now, so we'll go. Hey, Charizard, welcome back. Chambermaids, exactly. Is that the bear? Son of a biscuit, the bear's right in my way. He's right in my way of where I want to go. That bear is right in the way all the time now. Oh, and there's a wolf over here, too. There's a wolf right over this hill.
Can't feel my feet.
What are you doing near my house, dude? Stay away from my house, bro. Get away from my house, bro. Oh, I do have this meat here I can eat. Let's eat that. He just wants you to get your bearings. Hey now. This fire isn't much, is it? Yeah, this wolf's just gonna be a pain in my ass, isn't he? I need to find where the hippity hops are around here. I want to... Oh, Jesus! Almost ran right into him. If you get too close to him, he'll just auto-attack you. I didn't want to do that. Let's just throw a piece of coal on there and get the fire built up a little bit. Reclaim wood on it as well. Let's grab another piece of coal. Let's grab a reclaimed. I got a little bit of cedar here. It's not like we can take a lot of this with us. We got, what, 4 cedar here? Oh, look at that beautiful sculpture. That thing's just gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. What's our weight right now? 33 kilos. Not too bad. We're doing pretty good. I do need to find where the rabbits are around here. I thought there were rabbits to... I thought there were rabbits that direction from the camp, from the community center, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's go back over here and check it out and see. I could have sworn there were some. I do like the new visuals with the snow coming up on stuff. I do like that. Thought there were rabbits behind the store. Were there rabbits behind the store? Piece of candy? Oh, I go piece of candy all the time, Rachel. Piece of candy! Piece of candy, piece of candy. Were there rabbits up behind the store? Where? Like off to this side over here? I mean, there's ones over there by the cave for sure. There's ones over on the other side of the bridge, up and around by the cave. I mean, there are rabbits over here by this cave that's over here. I guess we could go live in that cave for a little while if we wanted to. Ooh, piece of candy. Can't go too far this way though because the damn cougar. Used to be we could travel over here. We gotta pick up our sticks though. Sticks are love, sticks are life. Never pass a stick up. If you get too heavy, just drop some sticks. Everything will be fine. Coal is the best, though. Yeah, coal's great. Well, you know, coal used to not be as good as it is now. I think coal needs to go. Coal's a little OP at the moment. It has been for a while. Ever since they took the 20-minute restriction off of it. It used to be that you could not put coal on a fire that hadn't been burning for 20 minutes. So you had to at least build a fire, get a couple pieces of wood on it, let it burn for 20 minutes, and then you could go ahead and put a piece of coal on it. Now all you have to do is start the fire and you can just throw a piece of coal on it, no problem at all. Which I think's kind of, I actually kind of like. I mean, I would always gripe about the old way of it, but looking back on it now, it was a much more, it made coal still good, but it wasn't as OP as it is now. Coal is really OP now. In my opinion, it's a little too OP. Because now you can just build a fire, throw a piece of coal on it, and you got 20 degrees. Right away. It did make it more of a challenge. You couldn't just throw down a fire and be instantly warm. God, I was like, is that a deer? I thought that was the cougar for a moment. I literally thought that was a cougar for a minute. Hey, rabbits. How you doing? How's it going, brothers? Hello, little brothers. Let me tell you, brother. Oh, yeah. Let's go build a fire up here. Then we'll come get some rabbits. All right, Bavella, have a great rest of your day. So this is the other cave that you can sometimes find the bedroll in. We found our bedroll over at the Mystic River picnic area, which is way up to the north. So, oh hey, I got a couple guts here that are all cured. Nice, look at that. Look at us with our cured guts. Let's just build a fire here real quick. Oink. Now we can actually get a Maglins fire going. Let's actually use our book. There we go. We just basically want to keep lighting fires. Lighting fires is always good because you get a fire skill up for each one, so. That's why I say every update made the game easier to the point the hard things in it are now annoying more than fun challenge. Well, yeah, I mean, that happens with any game, though.
It worked.
The older version of most games is usually more challenging than the newer version. Just because there's more stuff. Even if they don't change the mechanics, now there are more matches, there's more things in the game now than there used to be. Which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. It definitely changes the dynamic, though. The game definitely used to be a lot more difficult to survive on a day-to-day basis than it is now. There we go. We got warmed up from that. Just warm a tea up by the fire. Now, if you warm a tea up by the fire, see how it says it'll be burned? If you pick it up and move it, even if you just pick it up and jiggle it, now it says 9 minutes to ready. Once it says hot, it'll never burn. It'll never, like, burn. It'll stay boiling forever. So you want it to say hot on it. Once it says hot, you're in the clear. Drink that down and get a little bit of warm up. Damn, that was a hard shot going uphill like that. I tried to get him, but here we go.
No power in the verse can stop me.
There we go. All right. Why is my backpack different? My backpack is different because I picked up the technical backpack in Ash Canyon. Oh damn it! I didn't mean to throw a rock. If I can get a wolf over here, though, that'd be great. That'd be freaking awesome. Hello. Hey, thank you for the raid there, DH Dunn. I appreciate that, my man. What were you playing today? Some Baldur's Gate 3. Very nice. But yeah, I picked Anel Rogers. I picked up the technical backpack. Where'd the deer go? Huh. The deer like ran away. So I think what we're gonna do. Where is it from? It's from Ash Canyon. So you gotta go to the gold mine in Ash Canyon, and then you can get it there. Let's put those down there. Hopefully those will catch some rabbits for us. Got a couple pieces of fur around here we can pick up. But thank you for giving DH Dunn a shout out there as well. I appreciate that. Whoops. Let's go ahead and strip these rabbits down. Ooh, that's a fatty. That's a fatty boom batty rabbit. But yes, you have to go to the gold mine in Ash Canyon, which means you have to go up and around. Thank you for the big biter there, Magic Jack. I appreciate that. You know, when I first submitted that emote, it was supposed to be Booty Biter, and they refused it because it said booty on it. It said booty on it, so they refused it. So I just had to change it to Biter. It made me sad. Because we call them booty biters. Actually, you know who started the booty biter thing? Wiz Bowman. Rest in peace, Wiz Bowman. You are missed, my friend. It's very, very sad to hear about the passing of Wiz Bowman. He had been a long time viewer of the channel, pretty much since the very beginning. All right, let's get the rabbit in there. Yeah, we'll do you in there. There we go, 18 and 21. That'll give us some foods. To make a point, I had a friend who never played any game like this start on Interloper and made it 3 days. Yeah, where it used to be, most people would not make it a day. Yeah, you remember Michael? Yep. Wiz Bowman was a character, man. He was a rough around the edges kind of guy, but he was a sweetheart at heart, to be honest. I mean, he really, truly was. Is it too windy for a torch out here now? It might be. No, we're good. We're good. First time I played, I just died 7 hours in games. 2 years ago, 3 days would never happen for a new player on Interloper. Yeah. The game has smoothed out some of those rough edges for sure. Well, I guess this is our life now. We travel back and forth between that cave and this place over here. I do want to go to the Three Strikes Homestead though, so we need to head over that direction. Actually, I think let's hit the road and we'll go down to the farmhouse. There should be rabbits there for us as well, so we'll get the rabbits there, and then we will. Is that a wolf? That's a wolf. That's a wolf, right? Yeah, that's a wolf. Yeah, that's a wolf. What do I think about the beautification of Long Dark recently? I like the way the snow is like blended. Personally, I know that there's some people who've had some problems with, with it as far as like it's made it harder for them to see like places they can't walk over. But I personally like the snow blending. I like that it blends into the rocks better now. That it blends into the bases of the trees and stuff. I think it's very nice. Now, as far as like the shadows and stuff, I don't really notice the difference on that a lot, to be honest. Maybe because I'm just a gremlin. I'm a normie. I'm a mudblood. I don't notice that stuff. I don't have the magic in me, I guess. But the snow blending I really like. Hey, little blind mouse. Hello, hello. How are you? How are you, little blind mouse? How you doing? Cougar's over that way. I wonder if we can get to the cave. I wonder if that's too close to the cougar. Hinterland should release an MS-DOS style mini Long Dark. They can. I would love that, Just Dog, but they can barely keep up with what they're doing now. I would say no, just on the fact I don't want them having their I don't want them to have their attention split any further than it already is. Maybe somewhere way down the road. Maybe way down the road. Yeah, a Long Dark text adventure might be interesting, but way down the road. Yeah, that was the cougar right there. Nope. Now that doesn't mean he's there. That just means we're entering his territory.
Can't feel my hand.
And that was a big old nope. Not gonna do it.
Someone's gotta go.
Hey, there's a few cattails here for us. Nice. Well, hey, out of that, we came down to the river and we got a few more cattails, so. But yeah, Just Dog, they Hinterland, my biggest complaints about Hinterland is number one, their communication is horrible. That they don't communicate with the community very. I don't think they communicate very well to the community. That's always been a problem. They've always had a problem with communication. And the other problem they have is setting deadlines, and they have to get out of the habit of trying to set deadlines on stuff. The people have to understand they're a small studio. Their deadlines will probably never be actually like reached. They'll never. I mean, I'm trying to remember when the last time they actually met one of their deadlines was, or one of their deadline goals. I mean, everything from the updates that they put out to the Tales from the Far Territory took 2 years instead of 1 year to get done. Just stuff like that. If they just didn't put deadlines on themselves, I think people would just be a lot more forgiving. But once you put a deadline out there, you're encouraging people to bitch and whine if it doesn't get met. So. You've gone west. Snow has fallen. In the clearing, you see a blue car, 3 stones, and 3 rabbits. A howl can be heard from the east. Yes, I mean, I think Just Dog, that's something that would be kind of cool. But I just don't want, like I said, I don't want them to split their attention any further than they already do. Already their attention's split all over the place. And I don't want it to get split anymore. My thoughts on Cougar 2.0? He's not really worth playing with him on, to be honest. There's the Cougar 2.0 is just kind of he's a mean cross of a wolf, a bear, and a moose. Don't even know what a Black Frost would be. Yeah, the Cougar 2.0 is just a bad cross of a moose, a bear, and a wolf. That's all he is. He's as tough as a moose because he only dies in one shot. He hits like a bear and Timberwolf combined. And the biggest problem is he's like a Timberwolf in the sense that he just stalks you. Once he knows you're there, you can't get rid of him. You can't get away from him, which just kind of sucks. Oh, my fire went. Dang it, I wasn't paying attention. Shoot. My torch went out. That's okay. Did you ever watch Day After Tomorrow? They should either left the cougar alone or made it huntable. Well, yeah. They overreacted. Witcher 4, I saw the stuff for that. It looks so good. Oh my god. I know that's just like it's a cinematic type thing, but man, if it is even close to what it is, that is good. It is going to be amazing. I can't wait for Witcher 4, to be honest.
If I can drop any of this gear.
I love playing Witcher 3. And a lot of my Witcher 3 playthrough is up on the channel for everybody. Some of it is still only member only. I'm going to be switching those over to general viewers, though. But, yeah, Witcher 4 looks really good. I'm excited. Alright, let's get these rabbit harvested up. Oh yeah, and that's the thing is, I don't think at this point the cougar is going to change. The main thing I don't like about the cougar is you can't sneak by him at all. You can't. He just stays in an area. You can't really sneak by him. You can't really avoid him. Once you're in his area, the only way to avoid him is just not go near where he's at. Does not engage, which basically just cuts off a whole area. Because like the picnic area over there by Pensive Pond, we just can't go in because we have no way to defend ourselves. We just can't go in there. Period. Which it just kind of, to me, it just kind of sucks. With every other animal, including the moose, including the bear, yes, you have to avoid them in a way, but you can do things to work your way around them, and you can do things to basically, kind of skate around them, get around them, which I think is really good. It makes it kind of a challenge. It's like, okay, how do I, like the bear that's coming up on us right now is like, how do I make sure the bear doesn't see me? I crouch down, make myself low profile, drop my meats, and that sort of stuff. And if he gets too close, I can throw some stones and lead him away.
Cold is making my head feel thick. All right.
All right. Oh, that'll give us plenty warm. Eat down a little tiny piece. He is coming right over here, isn't he? Go over that way. Yeah, you go over that way, Mr. Bear. I don't want you coming over here, bud. Follow the yellow brick road. Oh, Jesus criminy! Thank God we were crouched. He decided to come right over here. He was like, hello! Pet the bear? No. No petting of the bear. Lit fires do keep him in check, but it doesn't really change anything. Hey, Just Dog just gifted out a tier 1 sub to Mega. Mega, welcome on in as a subscriber again. Thank you, Just Dog, for doing that. That was very nice of you to do, my friend. Appreciate that. Welcome on in again, Mega, as a sub to the channel. You just go over there. I'm going to check my traps again here while you're wandering around. Okay, traps are clear. Good, good.
Some place to escape this cold.
All right, let's grab these. When you're feeling lonely, you try to pet the wolves. Don't do that. They tend to die shortly after, but that's okay. Oh, okay. So you pet them and then you take their stuff. That works. That works. I totally get that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Hold up a second. Hold up. No. Mr. Bear. Stop walking over here, Mr. Bear. I need to grab all these torches out of my fire so I can get sticks back. And then we'll keep the good torches. Yeah, he's really about this location, isn't he? He really likes it. Luckily, we're crouching so he doesn't see us. Stupid bears. Tell you, man. Can't teach a bear anything. All right. We have water, right? Yeah, we got plenty of water. Yum, yum. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our torches since we have a bazillion torches now. Let's break down our torches and get some sticks. There we go. We're gonna be tired soon. I don't want to lose any more health. Let's just sleep for like an hour. Let's sleep for 2 hours. That'll get us on to night. There we go. Okay. Oh, they jump you when you try to pet them and then they die from bleed out? That's fair. That's fair. They deserve it. They deserve it. They have it coming. You know, once they jump you, they have it coming, so. Hey, Fluster, how you doing? Welcome on in. We got a 46, 44, 42, 40, 39, couple 39s. All the rest of these will just break down and get our sticks back, which is nice. Now we have traps set up over by Thompson's Crossing. We got traps set up here. I think we need some more traps, though. I don't think we have enough traps. We need to get more traps. Oh, by the way, one way you can always tell if you've trapped a rabbit as well is right now we have, let's see, I mean, this may not help right now. You can check when you're indoors. We have 183 rabbits snared. And I believe this still works. If you go outside, you still only have 183. So I believe that still works. It'll update once you go outside. Once the rabbit's in your trap, it'll give you the rabbit snare. It'll credit you with the rabbit snare once he's in your trap, even if you haven't picked him up yet. Even if you haven't picked him up yet. What, did you get a heavy hammer, Charizard? Did you get the heavy hammer? More traps, I know, more traps. We need more traps. Alright, that's good enough there. Refill our lantern. Beautiful. We got one fish. Oh, we probably should make some fishing hooks, huh? If nothing else, just to make some, and a hacksaw, nice! Yeah, we should make some more fishing hooks. If nothing else, just to be able to repair clothing with. I like to repair my clothing with fishing hooks later in the game. Saves on sewing kits. Sewing kits are faster, but they don't give you any. They don't give you any advantage as far as like amount that you repair or the percentage.
Drink. And soon.
The one advantage sewing kits have over the other stuff is the speed. They basically are faster. You made the knife and hatchet? Nice. Yeah, see, I have another broken trap here. I got a ruined snare.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I need to start harvesting some guts. We're gonna run out of guts if I don't.
No power in the verse can stop me.
We're gonna grab all the rabbits. We're gonna harvest all their guts. All right, goodbye, Charizard. Have a good one. Thank you for following there, Werekwa. Werekwa? I think that's how you say it. All right, let's just harvest the gut here. The thing is, if you're surviving on rabbits for your food, if you harvest the gut and the hide as well as the meat, you're basically nullifying. You basically are either even or losing food for doing it, because it takes calories to harvest the stuff. And so the more you harvest, because this is going to take us 88 calories to harvest it, it take us 262 to harvest. So you're going to be getting a little bit of net positive off the rabbit, but not that much. It's like a couple hundred calories net positive. And it's not worth it later on when you don't need as many guts and hides later on. You don't want to be harvesting the whole rabbit, because it makes it so you're losing calories in the long run. In my opinion, you are I mean, at our harvesting right now, it's really good. But early in the game, when all you're using is your hands and you have low harvesting skill, you also have to remember we have harvesting 5. So we are, and it's all time based. So early in the game, it's taking an hour to get a gut and an hour to get a hide. You're losing a lot of calories early game. Right now, we aren't losing as many calories.
Heavy.
No, I didn't want to drop him. But yeah, early in the game, if you're harvesting the entire rabbit, it's kind of a net negative, if not net neutral at best, net negative at worst, because it just takes so long. Now you do have to do some full harvests early in the game if you want to make your rabbit hat, rabbit gloves, that sort of stuff. Make some fishing gear, make some traps. You do need to do some harvesting, but you don't need to do you don't want to over harvest. I'm just doing this because we're fast now. We're quick. Atheenon, independent. If Spawn Ash Valley, is it worth trying to get the tech backpack? Yes. Yes. You want to get the tech backpack. It's definitely worth it. That 5 extra kilos forever is definitely worth it. And honestly, if you go through all of Ash Canyon early, you can get a lot of stuff in there. You just have to avoid the animals. So the first thing you want to do is you want to head to the Angler's Den, because you'll get like 2 to 4 boxes of matches in Angler's Den, and then build a fire, get a bunch of torches, and then just torch walk from then on. And that way you can at least scare the wolves away. There's only a couple bears, so you can avoid those. You can avoid the moose. The cougar won't be up yet, so you won't have to worry about the cougar. And so you can go up to the miners' camp, get the key and stuff there. I'd go over to the other cabin that's up there as well that you have to go down the rope to get to, because that cabin usually will have a thin wool sweater or a pair of combat pants, if not both. So you'll get a lot of good stuff out of that. And then I would make my way back and go up to the top. You aren't going to have a bedroll, so you're going to have to build some snow shelters along the way. So you want to gather cloth, gather sticks, so you can build a snow shelter here and there. There's a place on the way to Ash Canyon that you can put down a snow shelter, and it's indoors, so it is very nice. Yeah, see, I don't usually do the triple rope climb. I just do the single. I go the way of the I go up from Angler's Den into the cave, go through the cave, go out that way, and then take the long way around. But that's just my personal preference. It's not right. It's not like it's right or wrong. It's just my personal preference to do it that way. But yeah, if you do get the rope climb early. Damn bear. Sitting over there being annoying. You just keep walking, sir. Keep walking. No, don't turn around. Just keep on walking there, bud. Hey, just keep walking there, buddy. Good lord. He's here to play with his bunny friends and can't find him. That's because they're in my belly. They're in my belly. Get in my belly. All right, let's go inside. We'll rest for a few minutes. Then we need to go make some more traps. I only got two. I can get rid of that one. I only got 2 guts on me though. So yeah, that's a thing. We do need to head back to Draft Dodger's cabin though. We're gonna sleep for an hour. I think we go to the farmhouse, then we go over to the knockdown, the outbuildings, and then we go over to Trapper's cabin. I have gone up to the radio hut, yes. And we fixed the tower while we were up there, so. Let's eat a cold rabbit pie. Drop the other one. It's beautiful weather right now. Beautiful, I tell you. Yeah, we need to go over that direction. I don't see Mr. Barr. Oh boy. But yeah, we have stuff at the radio control hut. We have stuff up at Skeeter's Ridge in the Burned Ridge Cave. We have stuff in the what's our weight right now? 38. Okay, we're not too bad. And a lot of that is sticks. We got like 40 some sticks on us right now, so we got a lot of stickage. Got lots of stickage to get rid of.
Can't feel my feet.
Shushaby. Nothing in there. We just got the leather, the books. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a book. How much water do I got? 1.6 liters. Let's take another liter of water. I did not get combat boots or the combat pants at the radio hut. I've had combat pants though since I was in Ash Canyon. I found them in Ash Canyon at the cabin that overlooks the old fishing pond, fishing hut. We'll get 2 more rabbit traps made. We're out of whatchamacallits. We're out of the whatchamacallits. We're out of guts. Dried guts right now, so. Okay. Now we got 10 kilos of salt here. We fixed all the cabinets though. That's kind of cool. I like that we, oh, did I never searched these? Awkward. Awkward. Search those though, right? Okay, I did. All right, let's go. Let's see about getting back over to Draft Dodgers if we can. Oops, I exited the wrong way. That's okay. Check the porch here. See if there's anything on the porch. Nothing on the porch. Nothing on the porch. At least the wind's died down. Get away from me, you nasty doggo. The nice thing is we got a couple traps on us. We can put those down near the draft dodger's cabin, which should have some rabbits around it. So that'll be kind of cool. Now there's a broken down shelter right on the other side of this big old rock over here. And this is pretty close to Three Strikes Homestead as well. And let's angle off to the right. I usually go left, but let's go right. We're going right. There's sometimes loot in here. It's not guaranteed, but there's usually like a book. Maybe there's sometimes there's a hat or a head wrap in here. Sometimes a dead body. And all we got is a book this time. See, look at that. We got a stinking book for our trouble. Stinking book for our troubles. Now, one thing there is a bunch of cattails down by the river here. But we're going to go down to the other shelter here first. We'll work our way back up the river because I do want to go to the end of the road there that gets to Keeper's Pass North. Or is it Keeper's Pass South? It's one or the other. It's one of the Keeper's Passes that it goes off to Blackrock that direction. There's sometimes a deer corpse over in this little shed over here. Sticks everywhere.
I need to drop something.
Hey, I think the deer is over here. And then Three Strikes Homestead is across the bridge over there. There's a bridge over, sort of between those rocks over there. Now, Three Strikes Homestead usually has some cool stuff there. There's also a cave right near Three Strikes. Ooh, it's getting windy. It's feeling like a blizzard. It's feeling like Dairy Queen around here. Oh yeah, that's a blizzard. That's a blizzard coming up. We'll have to come back and get that deer another time. Gonna blow our torch out here pretty soon. Yeah, I felt the change. I felt the change in the weather there. Yep, there goes our torch. Let's get a blue torch out. We'll just get that out just in case we have to face wolves over here. There are some rabbits here by Three Strikes as well. We can put a couple rabbit traps out here. I didn't even think about that. We can sleep in the cave over here by Three Strikes and put a couple rabbit traps out in the field. And we can grab a few rabbits while we're here too. So good plan all the way around. Three Strikes usually has some loot here too, so we'll just have to see what it's got today. There's usually a wolf that hunts around here as well, so we gotta watch out for him. Gotta keep our eyes peeled for Mr. Wolfie Boy. Yeah, the cave is over there. It's over that direction. The Three Strikes itself is right there. Let's go, and then, yeah, I see 1, 2, I see 3 rabbits. Yeah, I see 3 rabbits over in the distance there. Oh, wow, look at all the birch behind Three Strikes over there. That's like 5 birch sitting right there. Oh, and there's a deer. There's 2 deer corpses right here. Holy craptacular. Whoa, 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 whoa. I've never found food like that here. Wait. What the heck? 2 pieces of deer meat, 3 pieces of rabbit meat, 2 dead deer. Okay, 3 strikes is now my official favorite place now. Let's just go ahead. Meglens? No. We can just do a match in that. Yeah, let's just do our Fire Striker. It's at 63% still. I've never seen that either. I was like, what the heck's going on? Thank you for the posture check there. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Streamer loot? Yeah, it's my streamer hacks. You know how good I am at hacking games.
Fire's life out here.
You know how good I am at hacking games. I hack stuff all the time, baby. I'm really good at doing it. Yeah, it's too far away. We gotta stay close here. We gotta stay close. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. I'm just gonna grab his meat real quick. Whoa! Whoa, Atheenon! Whoa!
So cold. Just want to lay down.
40 minutes? Sweet. Let's get a little water going here too. Get a little half-liter going. We get ourselves a little tea. We can make ourselves a little tea here. I'm gonna drink that down. That'll give us a little more warm up. There we go. Little more meat over here. Why is the corpse bobbing? Why is it bobbing in the snow? That's freaking me out a little bit. Wow. The game giveth, baby. See if there's anything over here. Nope. Got this birch here, though. Grab you out real quick. Oh, wow. It's only 1 arrow down temps right now? Ooh, that's tempting. That is very tempting. There's some cedar over there. It is only 1 arrow down temps in the, when we don't have a wind chill. We could try to take a cedar. And if we have a drink on us, that would help us out. Get a little more water made. What's our weight? 39 right now. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to take the bunnies until we go over to the cave. I'm actually gonna make a nice hot cup of coffee. Because why not? Alright, I got 3 hours on you. Hey, a couple pizzas of reclaimed wood there, very nice. I was gonna see if we could get a cedar. There's some mushrooms on this tree, too. Mushroom and mushroom. It'll take 1 hour and 30 minutes to smack that down.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Oh, look at that. We aren't even cold yet. We aren't even cold. We aren't even cold. Is that another rabbit? That is another rabbit over there. It's a rabbit right there. Might as well grab a few more sticks while we're at it. Sorry, little bunny. So I'm sorry, little buddy.
Something's making me feel tired.
Probably because you're tired. Something dead out there, too. Is that a person? I think that might be a person that's dead out there. Yeah, the fire can't go out here, but we don't have, I don't think we have enough wood to keep it going all night long.
My head feels thick.
I mean, we could try. I think I have a lot of sticks. Oh, I have 43 sticks. Yeah, we could do it. We could go sleep in the cave, but I think I'm gonna enjoy sleeping out here more. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that fire. Look at that fire. 11 hours of fire right there. We got 3 snares on us right now. That's a very small rabbit. That won't even have a kilo on him. Nope, 0.7. Very small rabbit. He's just a baby. He's just a little baby rabbit. Actually, you know what? Let's make a rabbit pie. Yep. Make a ribbity-rabbity pie. Why not? 45 minutes till it's done. Let's put you on there. Get another liter of water going. I'm pretty sure we can put our bedroll back here. Yep. I don't think that protects us from wolves, but it's better than nothing. The main worry is if we get an aurora tonight. That's my main concern. If we got an aurora, that could really suck. But let's grab a torch. Let's go out here and put down our rabbit traps in the rabbit grove. That is a dead wolf out here. A dead wolf and a dead person. They must have gotten a fight. Now I can eat wolf meat, so I may just choose to do that. Now look at all the rabbits over here. There's like 3. We're gonna sort of set, oh, there's 4. Yeah, we're gonna sort of set our traps over here. The cave is like right there. But tonight we're gonna sleep in the 3 Strikes homestead tonight. Cause why not? And we're super duper tired right now, so I'm really tired. Boy, that mega meat that we pulled out of that crate just like made me go, holy crap, that's awesome. That was some mega meat. Have some long pig? No long pig, Rip Ripper. We are not into the no, we're not into that.
Have a little sleep.
That is not a thing. I'm not going to worry about the guts and the hides from these guys. I have plenty of deer guts, deer hides, that sort of stuff. Let's just cook that rabbit. Let's get these dropped. There we go. Move Mr. Rabbit here. Mr. Rabbit and Mr. Deer can sit together. There we go. Got this animal fat I'm just going to leave here because I don't need it.
Sun setting.
Oh, I don't need a tinder plug either. There we go. I got a couple accelerants, so I should probably use those at some point. Okay, how much time we got on the fire? We got 10 hours on the fire. Perfect. And a blizzard just came up. Don't want my clothing to take damage during the storm. We'll take all that off. We're still at 40 degrees because of the fire. So we're gonna sleep naked. Well, I was too tired to take the bunny rabbit's faith. We're sleeping naked, boys and girls. Toasty warm in our bedroll. Otherwise, our clothing would have taken damage from being, like, exposed to the weather. When you sleep outdoors, you definitely want to take your clothing off, because otherwise your clothing takes a lot of damage. Oh, I need to eat. Or drink. Wow, yeah, our fires are lasting way longer. We slept 10 hours, and our 10-hour fire only went in half. Well, part of that, there's several reasons that happened. Part of that is that we have higher fire-making skill now. So our higher fire-making skill, fires last 25% longer. The other reason that fire lasts, number two, it's an outdoor fire. Outdoor fires innately last longer. The other reason that fire lasted way longer is that fires last longer the colder it is. So in a blizzard, the average air temperature is like negative 40 to 50. And then you add the wind chill on top of that, you could be talking negative 60, negative 70. And so the fire is going to last longer the colder it gets. And being an outdoor fire, it lasts longer in and of itself. So yeah, basically the fire, it only lost 50% during the night, which is pretty dang amazing. Put my socks on, put my underwear on, put my, oh, nope. Need to put my deerskin pants and those on, get my boots on, get my thermal insulation and my crampons on. I always like the crampons just because I hate sprains. I hate sprains. I hate. All right, let's get some sleep, and then we're going to be wrapping it up here for the day, boys and girls. Look at that. We are here in the Three Strikes homestead. We're doing good. We still have, what, 3-4 hours on the fire, so that's awesome. We can go get those rabbits, cook them up. We've got lots of meats out here already that we can do stuff with as well. Make it rain. So we probably won't be playing this again till Saturday. We'll play this on Saturday again. We'll be back with it on Saturday, and we'll be continuing our adventure here in this zone. Let's check our rabbit count. What's our rabbit count at? 192. So we definitely have caught some more rabbits. We might even have rabbits in our traps over here. Let's check our rabbit traps real quick. Just to say we did it. But those also could be rabbits that are trapped in our other traps too. Yeah, we got a rabbit in one of the traps over there. All right, so we're not going to end the stream on the Twitch side, though. We're going to keep going because we're going to be playing some 7 Days to Die Afterlife. We just passed our second Horde night in 7 Days to Die Afterlife, and now we have to kind of get ourselves geared up. We're going to be working towards getting the workbench tonight, which means we need to go raid a bunch of places and get a bunch of books. and that sort of stuff so we can actually get that all going on. If you're on the YouTube side, though, we're going to be stopping the stream real quick. We're going to start it back up in about 3 or 4 minutes. Everybody go up, get a stretch, get a drink, get some food maybe, go use the bathroom. I'm going to be doing all 3 of those, and then we'll be right back. So, YouTubers, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, bump us up in the algorithm. That'd be awesome. And I'll see you all in a couple minutes, or maybe on Friday for some Expedition 33, or maybe on Saturday for some more Long Dark. So, see y'all later. Bye. And for those of you